Betty, how are you today? I wanted to be able to have my nails ready to roll, but I'm going to do it with you. No problem. I'm here. How's your day so far? Happy Thursday. Thirsty Thursday for some of you. Okay. Is that I'm going to go ahead and cut these real quick. Let's see. I'm going to do a couple. I always do a couple. I was thinking of just doing one. I probably should just do one today, but you know me. Go hard or go home. I am home, but it kind of looked good with the design one too, but I do think it takes longer on our live, but hey, you could hang out with me. Let's go ahead and file these. So what I'm doing is rounding it off. You know how I bring in my sides. Those of you who are new on here, I always bring in my sides of my clients' nails just so I could connect it right on their sidewall and do it as narrow as their nail is. Or if it's a wider nail, it'll help me know how high to build my arch for support and to give it the illusion of a thinner nail. Okay. Today I was super busy with good things, some clients, and I also booked a couple privates. Well, actually, they're not privates in person, they are on Zoom. I started doing them this year, and two of them are coming who have trained with me, and the other one who did her first one, actually, I hadn't met yet. She's going to train with me in person on the 10th and 11th. So if you're interested in a private Zoom class with Eric and I, message us info@5naillounge.com or one of our social media pages, and we will get back to you with all the deets, all the details. Let me move this a little here. Can make sure I stay in view the whole time. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and prep this little guy or girl, whatever. I'm going to put it on 6,000 RPMs and I'm going to prep around the cuticle area. I actually got some new arbor bands I wanted to try and little mandrels from Gemini Cosmetics, and they were really cool looking. I'll do that my next live. I just thought of it right now. With different sizes of ones, I thought they'd be really cool for toes too. What I'm going to do is just file her free edge because Sally has a really thick nail here. So even if it was a person with a super thick nail, I probably would thin out her free edge. I haven't seen that on anybody unless they have something going on it. And chances are I probably wouldn't do their nail then. I'd give them something to make it better. Let me move this over here. I'm always poking myself with my nippers and just did right now. Eric's going to ask you guys what shape you want. I'm I was thinking, you know how I freestyle with you guys all the time? I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what I want to do. But actually, I will make it up. There was one thing I did on my client, but I'm not going to do the same design because I'd be picturing something way different. But I'm going to do design inside and on top. It'll be fun. I think it'll come out cool. And everything I'm using you could purchase is all Young Melvin from Gemini Cosmetics. Doing a protein bond this. Hope all of your day has been amazing. If you're East Coast, hopefully you're winding down. If you're West Coast, thank you for tuning in while you work or whatever you're doing right now. I'm going to go ahead and come in with two. There is a little fuzz in there. I'll get it with my nippers. Okay, so let's do this extension really quick. Let's get Clear Sculptor out because I want to be able to see my design from underneath. Some base out. And I think I'm going to put this little opal pearl bottle right here just while I'm forming her. Let me know if I get unthinnered. Okay, two forms. What shape do they want? The velvet shape? Okay. Oops, I don't want to tear that open. Well, Bobo was calling it a Russian something because it's kind of compared, like kind of mixed with two. Is that what it is? I can't see the chat. But basically, the velvet is an extreme almond mixed with like a tip of an ocean Russia and kind of European nail. So what it does instead of coming straight to a point, it kind of comes up how mine are. I was going to do my nails today, but I ended up taking a client instead. So they will change here soon. Maybe later tomorrow at some point I will change them. Because I'm over them already. I think they're pretty, but when you work on people's hands all the time, and I did the velvet this time on me. I love the shape. I do it a lot of my clients now, but my nails working on people, see how I hit this thumb all the time and how much shorter my thumb has changed shape. It's because my e-file and everything hits it. And they get duller looking. I like mine super pointing, but I'm probably still gonna wear the same shape, just tighten them up because I did enjoy it. So we'll do a velvet. This design will be really cool that way. It'll be gorgeous. Let me get a brush. I have so many brushes. Let's see. Perfect. Now this brush is really super clean. These were my stuff that I've trained with, and I think they were just extra cleaned. Let's see if I could make this brush come back to life. There it goes. So all I did was take some base, this was my other base, and infuse it into my brush, and it brought it back to life. I like to store my brushes like this typically. I'll show you. See how like at a little point and where it's pliable like that much gel. I think this was a brush I got from Young Nows. She's like, you want these brushes? I'm like, actually, I do. Why not? Why not? Okay, clear sculptor. You know what I was thinking? I was wanting to extend with like a color. No, I'll just do this time. I'm gonna use clear sculptor. I'm right here. I'm gonna get a little bit more because I'm gonna do kind of a long nail. I'll do a longer one. Up to there. Let's put all our product in front of our brush. See how I have my gel touching at the tip of her nail? And I could zoom in closer on the next one, okay? What I'm going to do is lightly touch on top of it and start bringing it to the side as I flip over my brush. See how my product is up to the roof or the ceiling or the sky? Once it connects, I start coming back like this. Get my product from right here. The same thing, just the opposite direction. So as soon as it hits, you can even come past where you want it to be, stop your movement and come straight down. Then lightly feather it down. And I like my extension very thin, especially if I want to create like a lot of dimension in there, if I'm going to put a lot in there, or if I just want negative space to kind of see through the nail from the side. There's many reasons why I do this. So we'll set up for the velvet. Okay, let's go ahead and wipe both sides. And what I do is I lay it down even and kind of go up to it, but not exactly where I want it, just up to it, really close. Come up, and with the dark part of the brush, I kind of round it. Thank you. That'll help me a lot. You could put it on that. I have two devices to keep myself right. Thank you, babe. That's huge. I'm going to bring this down a tad bit more. So I want it a little more. Okay, I love this length. I think that's the problem too. I want my nails longer. That looks great. Um, could you hand me something? I'm sorry. My pin cures. I don't want to let go of this. Just one of them. They're right there. I have two right there. Thank you. They're both have somewhat of a charge. Thank you. All right. So let's do the next one. Hold her here. Clear Sculptor, my favorite. I use a lot of Clear Sculptor. When I first started filming, I did a lot of the tube. I got bored of it, and then I started going to this again. I use both. Now, if I want it really thin, I could do it with both, but I feel like I go to this because I can control the thinness fast. I mean, not faster, but easier. But this also takes movement to like a style of movement to get it where you need it. You still have to use these same maneuvers with the other one, but you could bring it down with the tube itself. So it could be easier if you're just starting. I feel like when I teach people that are learning, the tubes are the most successful right away. And I know why. It's putting all the movement, the balance, everything from a brush, you're eliminating some of it, and it forces you to float instead of, there's a little hair here, instead of a little pressure, like when you use the brush or the movement of this with the brush. Coming right here, bring it downward. So tonight we have a giveaways on our Twitch. Compliments of Gemini Cosmetics, who are in brand partnership. We always have great gifts, all nail related. Manicure this. I've been using a pin cure for a few years now. I think everyone's using one now for the same reason. It's so easy to move on really quick, and you don't have to rely on sometimes your client coming out of the light with a bent nail. So now this is base. I'm going to start right here in the middle and work it back. Yeah. Carolyn Zimmerman. Carolyn, he just read me your comment, and thank you so much for choosing us to watch and watching on Young Nails in here. We loved having you. I'm happy I decided to come on and stay on. My goal's a year, you guys. So, hey, the year is going fast, huh? I'm not saying I'm gonna stop in a year, but that's my first goal. We'll see. But I love it. And I love everything you guys share with me, your pictures, what you do, my spin on your style. It's the best ever. So thank you for spending your time with me, especially today live. I know it's kind of at the middle of the end of the day, so that makes a huge difference in time of getting stuff done. Some people are cooking dinner, some have eaten dinner. I know I was talking to somebody way East Coast, New York today, and she was like, "I'll see you at 10:30." I'm like, "It's 9:30 your time." She's like, "Oh my gosh, thank you for telling me." It's hard to like get it down. Yes, we're 4 hours difference, but sometimes it could kind of come off a little as an hour later. Okay, so what I'm doing right here is I'm going to look at it sideways, and there's a little dip in this one. So let me see if you could see it. I have to look at mine for this. That's a great view. So right here, there's a little dip. This is pretty straight right here. But the reason why it's important to do this, if you're doing a design, it won't show, it's no problem. But it's also thinner there, and I don't want your nail to come off from the free edge right there. Okay, let's come right here. This one was good, but I might as well add. So now I'm going to cure her for 30 seconds. Put her on 30. I think I turned off the beeping. Let's see. Earlier I did. My dogs get scared when it beeps. They think the fire alarm's about to go off. So I'm like, no, relax. It's all good. Thank you guys so much for everything and all your comments and questions you're asking us. It's awesome. Hey, it's 30 seconds. Let me wipe this off. Ooh, I'm kind of excited to do this because I think it's going to turn out good. I won't stop till I like it. If what I have in mind, I'm like, it's okay, let's add this, I'll do it till I like it. So, but what's in my head seems like it's going to be cool. So let's come right here on each side. I like to come under it or pinch it. On Sally, it's harder to come off that way. So sometimes, like when you just pinch on a person, it seems like it pops off easier. Let me see something. I'm going to put this one back on because there's a little spot. Well, let me see the length. Are they similar in length? Oh, actually, they are. I'm cool. I can leave it. Yeah, from the UK, what time is it? I think I'm actually going to put this back because I'm going to add a tad bit there. What time is it in the UK, you guys? I think they're 7 hours or eight. I think they're 8 hours difference, if I remember correctly. Okay, so let me show you something really quick. It's so minor. There's a little spot missing there, but I don't want to, like, I don't want my products to go up under it and I have to file under. I didn't see that little spot, so no problem. I just put my form back on and it doesn't have to go on perfect. I just want to fill in. Let me get close for you. I just want to fill in this little space right here. Oh, it's 11:47 p.m. Ooh, it's late for you, girl. But you sound like me. I get hooked on videos and stuff, and then before I'm like, it's 12:30, 8 hours difference. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna start. Well, I'm doing one earlier on Saturday. I'm gonna do a live on Saturday. I wanted to do like a 6 a.m., 7 a.m. because that makes a difference for other people too. Oops. Other people that I have met in other countries or that have asked me, they watch the videos after they're live, but would like to be on during a live. So thank you for being up at 11:30 there. I promise you I'll make one great for your time zone as well. And I'm able to do that because Eric and I are independent. So I could wake up at 1 a.m. in the morning and do it. I might be like, hello, where are the donuts, the coffee and the donuts? Just kidding. I don't even eat donuts, but I might that day. Okay, so what I'm doing now is just trimming my sides. And I like to use those Mehaz nippers, and they probably sell Mehaz in every country. I remember traveling through the countries and seeing this brand. They're very, very sharp. And actually, I'll be having some of my own little things that I like to use here soon. We have stuff in the making. I'm so excited. We have some new stuff we're going to launch and show you. We've been filming it, but I can't say anything till it's ready. But there's going to be a lot of that because everything's trickling in that I picked. And I'm so excited to play and work with it. So, and colors that don't exist or that are hard to get. So that's going to be awesome sauce. So I kind of cut it a little pointy, even though I'm going to velvet it out. And the reason why I do that, it helps me stay symmetrical and I can file it even. That's just how I like to work. So let's check out the colors. Let's move this over and see, I'm gonna put this one on. I'm gonna put this on here because I'm gonna use my clear one. So everybody's been asking me for this thing. They have been on the hunt. I think it's some of my most asked questions on all my YouTube is where did I get this? Well, it was my grandma's, and she actually literally had a plant on it. And a couple months ago, I'm like, hey, can I use this? I mean, could I have it? That cured on there, but I could get it off. And I took her little plant off and put it on something else, and I started using it for this. But I did find some coasters that were glass, and they are on my link tree. So this one just has like little steps here. These have two little balls that are probably this much lower, and they have round and square. And I ordered them, so I'll use those two to see what they look like, and you could see before you guys purchase them if you would like, see really how high they are and what they look like. You could order them in 6 or 1. Oh, I also ordered this other one. It's like about this big and it has like a cool shape, and it's probably this thick but doesn't have a stand. So we'll see if we like that too, finding all the good things. So I was thinking I want to do kind of I want to use chrome, but I want to use chrome on top, but I want to draw on top more. I don't want to do a full chrome. And I want some like lighter colors going into spring because I want it to get warmer here. And if you still want to form a St. Patty's Day nail, maybe I'll put some form of a light green glow. I don't know. We'll check it out. Hold on, I'm taking a drink of my matcha tea and it's delicious. A Fresha? A Fresha? What's a Fresha? Is that a brand? Oh, Frasier. Frasier, yes. It's Frasier. What did I do with it? I think I have it right here. I have 2 of them, but I'm gonna get all the scents in this. There's a Frasier by Cocoist. It's Freesia. This used to be my mom is such an artsy person. She used to make lotions, like, when I owned my first salon, she would make really cool, like, those glass bottles, and she would like decorate them like super cool, like like a stone or metal around it, and you could pick your. It was all natural with your sense of lotion. Probably the best lotion ever, but she quit making it. I'm afraid to throw it. It's really heavy. Okay. She quit making it when they didn't make that formula anymore. It just didn't come out the same. Okay, so let's do this. I was thinking of using some afterthoughts or nail thoughts. I always call it afterthoughts. I guess it's an afterthought. Use nail thoughts. So in my little travel kit, they're out of it. I bet they're out of it because I've been using it. That happens all the time. But there's other scents. Or is that what's launching in March? I'm texting A right now. Or I have the phone. Texting A. Well, it's new with them. So I get stuff before it's launched. So there's 7 different scents coming out. So it is such a luxurious oil. I'm kind of super in love with it. I've been using it. I have 2 of them. I have one at work and one here. I used it on my house calls yesterday and they were in love. So this one I haven't used on you guys. I'm live. It's called Ice Base and it's Shave. So this is by Cocoas too. These are considered base colors. You could mix them with build, do something like that with it. But I like, see how the cap kind of is lighter here. So if you build a little more, you'll have a little bit more color. And I kind of like the blue in it. So I decided I would use blue too of this. Um, let's see. And this color is milk base. And I've used this in a design before, but it's so pretty. So I think I was going to combine these two. And if I overlap them, it may make a purple. So we'll see. We'll do those two. And then there's some glitter here that I have. Hold on, I grabbed the wrong one. Let me get in my little container here that exploded. Did you? Congratulations. Who started beauty school because of me? What's her name? Life with Tuxedo. I love you, girl. Yes. Then you got to come on our live tonight so you can win some nail stuff, especially a couple all the giveaways. Oh my gosh. I have stuff for organization, just everything. Okay. Ah, did I pick the wrong one again? I didn't. Okay. So those of you who have been following me since I started going live, Sugar Lips, don't worry, one day it may come back in my name. It won't be called Sugar Lips though, but I'm going to use this because a lot of you have it and asked me to do some more designs. What it is, it has kind of a pink glow to it. So I'm going to use a little bit of this. And this one's by Light Elegance, but it is discontinued. I'm going to use Shimmer 1777. Must be good luck. This is also by the same company. And it's kind of a cool mix. It looks like it has a little bit of like sea spray and a little bit of in between, not quite as big as stardust and not as small as crushed pearls, which I should put crushed pearls in here. But I think so far I want this. I might go into a raw one. We'll see. Then I was thinking of using these two different chromes, and these are by LeChat. So remember, Gemini Cosmetics sells many different professional brands. Um, Honestly, they carry this is all from spilling. So what happened was one of my chromes loosened open because I was traveling with it. And of course it gets on everything. If you're a traveling nail tech like I am, stuff like that happens all the time. You just deal with it. And your stuff that's brand new doesn't look brand new anymore sometimes when you travel with it, but it comes with the territory. So I'm gonna do a gold glow and kind of like an orangey glow. Okay, and let me find the raw color. Let me find one more. Please hold. I know I have it in here. I think this is the one I want to use. This one and hold on, I got them right. Yep, I got a couple of them. I don't think I'm going to use this one because I don't think I want the white in it, but that's a pretty color. I'm glad I showed you it. So again, that's that mixture. So pretty. And that was 177. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use 1977. And this is a mixture of really fine, kind of like it looks like it has Funkadelic. It looks like it has crushed pearls. It has some pretty colors in it. Some really pretty colors in it. So I'm going to do that mixture. It's a custom mix. And I'm going to use, it's in my old bottle, crushed pearls, because that's an old time favorite. So let's use these. And our two chromes. So we're using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colors so far. Okay. And I may add. So the first, I'm going to put everything over here to my, well, I'll put it over here. I want to use one more color. Do I have another jelly here that I think I want to use? Well, let me see. I want to keep it soft, but I'm just going to make sure I'm not leaving anything out for you guys because I might have a fabulous color here you might want to see. I might use Laundry Day. I might use a little bit of Laundry Day. Maybe I used it the other day on my thing in a custom mix, but it's actually, so we'll do this and see what the colors look like. Oh, I like that already. I want to use this, but I don't want a lot of it. And then I want to use this and this and this. Let's see what this looks like. So this is it really light and this is it building with it. Oh, I like that. Let me see what it looks like over this. That kind of looks cool right there. Okay, let's see this color. It's not peaky enough to turn it purple. It kind of changed it a little. I kind of want a lavender in there though. Let me try something right here. I have this light elegance color here that's a jelly and it's super bright. I just want to see what it will do to this. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. All right, we're gonna use that too. There's my lavender that I want. I didn't mix it fully, but I will. Okay, this is a neon color. I'll show you what it looks like by itself. But you could actually mix it with something. And this is what I do in front of my clients when I'm deciding on their nails. Yes, I love that color. See how purple that got? I'm gonna mix light lavender, purple, and this pretty color right here. Let's get busy, yo. It's gonna be cute. And I want it kind of soft but glowy. And I don't wanna put a bunch of glitter, I don't think. I think I just wanna put it in spots, but we'll do it as we together as we work, okay? So why don't we just mix our colors now? Let me do some of this. Let me do it where you guys can see though. Oh, you could see right there, huh? So this is Laundry Day, and this is number NT72. I'm gonna use a little on the side. So you could use them out of here, but I wanna kinda control what I'm using a little, so let's come in with this one. If you have any questions, ask and he'll ask me. Oh, it'll say where they're from. The time zone for them? Oh, Eric just told me that he got a message from YouTube, and if you're from another country or somewhere, that it's gonna put it in your language. What? That is as a caption. That's huge. Thank you, YouTube. That's a really cool color right there. I'm having fun. I'm getting ideas just doing this right now. Think I'll do a couple colors. Oh yeah, I like all those colors right there. See, it's even getting better and better. You know what? It doesn't look, it looks light on there. I'm dark on there. It's actually kind of light. I hope this looks a little different when I lift it up. Yeah, so see the colors and they'll be see-through. Like you could see underneath how it'll be see-through. Okay, let's do that. I'm only doing 2 nails, so I don't need a whole lot. This is actually enough for like 5-dimensional nails probably. So I might put a little bit of this pink right here and make a light lavender out of this here. Oh, that's so cute. That color's adorable. Let me make a little more of that because I might want to use more of that. Yeah, let's use all of that. That's cute. So if you don't have the color, make the color, right? I understand color very well. It's always came very natural to me. But if it doesn't, we have Google, you guys. There's a color chart. Color charts can be very confusing. So I understand if you're like, no color chart, please. But honestly, you could say, how do you make a lilac? Or how do you make whatever color? Oh, the light must have hit that. I'm gonna mix these two blues together so it kind of stays the same. Yeah, okay, I like that a lot. So you could ask what color to mix with what, and once you do it a few times, you'll just remember. And let's see this color. Okay, just so I can remember what it looks like. Okay, I'm happy. What do you guys think? These are gonna be cute. They look better to my eye than what I see on here, but don't worry about it. You'll have a better picture of it when it's done. Let me wipe this off of my little tool because I'll use this when I'm working. Are you guys ready? I'm ready. So again, the colors I mixed was a Laundry Day by Cocoist, and these are Shave Ice Base. And I'm sure you could extend with these a little. It is a soft gel and blueberry milk base. So blueberry, shave, laundry day. That is all Cocoist, and this is by Elegance, and it's their sugar gloss. Their sugar gloss is beautiful. I used them all of my last live. Super pretty. And watermelon melt, it's called. Okay, so I'm gonna move these over, and I'm going to start working with these. Let me get Rocky candy, icy. We're already feeling the warm water vibes, right? Or warm water, warm weather. And then you're going to hear me say, it's so hot here. It needs to cool down. It's like that perfect temperature. Well, we only could praise for a short while, short lived. Okay, let me do the same with this brush because it's a little clean. I thought I had 3 of these here, but it probably fell way down and I'm not worried about it. Just going to infuse my base in here. Okay. I'll leave my base open because I use it a lot during this. Let's go for it. Let's come. Let's start with this purple first. Ooh, that's kind of a trippy purple. Ooh, I like it. I'm gonna put a little here. It looks beautiful on the clear. Let's come right here. It looks different on Sally's peach background, but that's fine. Wipe this off. Let's come in with the blue, bluish purple. Ooh, I love this color. It's per pink. This is called Per Pink, and it's a new color. Hold on, that was a little wide for me, so I'm just going to there, much better. So I'll literally stop and do what you just saw me do to make everything come in with each other. That I'll overlap colors. So all I'm doing is just creating a background, and I don't want to be really then thin it out. There, I like that better. For pink, there's Blurple. We're gonna call this Blurple. I like that name better, babe. She won. She won. So right here, I just didn't trim it great enough. So if I see my gel running to it, I'm just gonna trim it. I do it on my client too. Some days I don't have to do that, and other days I do. When I work a lot, I tend to have to go back and I kind of dig this. This looks pretty cool. It's a cool background. So let's do the other one. Let's do Blurple. Just kidding. Let's do a little bit here. I like this color, this color. So I just kind of get it on kind of thicker so I can just pull it down. Oh yeah, I like that. Let's put a little bit of this here. Oh, I like this one a lot. Okay, so there's no rhyme or reason. I just like the texture of everything. There's a little bit of, there we go. Think I want kind of this color here a little more too. So I'll work on them at the same time till I like how they look. I kind of love the depth of that one. I'm in love with this color right here. I think I'm going to put both of those right here too. There. Not exactly the same. Then I want this color right here a little darker, but see-through. And back here a little. I want this purpley. Okay, I don't like that much there. Let's see. Ooh, I like it better now. Okay, I'm happy with it. Make sure there's nothing on her skin. There's a little spot I could go a little closer with. Okay, this looks cool. I'm gonna pan cure it. You kind of see how the colors mix with the light. Ooh, these are gonna be cool. I forgot one of them's glow in the dark, the jelly, the watermelon melt. See, that is so pretty. Is it? It's what? No, it's not. I just moved over really quick. It's not. You guys, my brain just went a different direction. This looks sick already. I love it. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna use all those other glitters. We'll see. Oh shoot, I let the light hit this. It's all right. Let me just get it out so that little clump out. Let's come here. Oh shoot, am I out of view? Oh, why is it? It's not the same as what I see. Hold on, I'll find my new middle. Don't worry. This I don't know why this happens to us sometimes. So like in my thing, I'm right in the middle, but I'm gonna have to keep your phone here and let me come forward. Okay, let me come. Okay, right here's my new middle. Right there. I'll stay right here. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with our. Maybe YouTube's making changes because changes need to be made. I don't know what's going on. But they're messing with my program. So this I'm doing a little higher. Oh my God, I love this already. It speaks volumes right now. I don't even feel like it needs a bunch of glitter in it. Well, my client might have just saved some money right now. That's better, babe. Does it look centered? I'll say, and I have your phone here. Okay. I'm in love with this nail already. Look at the textures, you guys, in there when I do this too. And so what I did is I put that on higher. Let me show you it sideways. You could see kind of, and I'm going to add more color through here. I'm just not worried about it right now. I'm just doing my design, and before I encapsulate it, I'll do that. I'm going to add a little more higher here. And I probably will end up filing into it, but I don't even care because it'll still be higher when I'm done. Maybe just a little bit right here. Yeah, that'll look really cool. Now we have to get a cool picture of these ones. These, maybe this is what I'll put on my nail right now. Do I want some? No, I don't want any there. I'm done with this. I might add sugar lips to it or one glitter. We'll see. Wow, this is pretty. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, let me see what glitters I said I was going to use. I might put a couple. Let's see. Let me see what color they'll be like. So let's do the little test with the glitters, okay? I just want to see something, something, something. Sugar lips. What does it look like on this color? It just adds pink. Let me see what it looks like on this color. So let me show you what I'm doing. So I just added on colors to see what I want to do. You know what? I think this mixture here. Yeah, I really like this mixture here. We're gonna use this, and this is the 1977 from what's it called? Elegant Glass. Yep. So what I'm going to do is get this and put some right here on the high spot so it brings out a little bit of a different color. So it's adding instead of just fire. And I'm going to use sugar lips, very light. Make it a detailer. So I'm going to use sugar lips right here and kind of fade it down a tad bit. Let's see. No, I think I want to put chrome here. Just kidding. I know what I want to do. So look at, just wipe it off because it's sticky. All these little tricks I'm showing you, you don't have to, you'll be fine. This happens to me all the time. I think I'm going to outline this a little with sugar lips. So you're going to see really low. Oh, it's a good idea. You're going to see like a pretty pink glow outlining my drips. You can't see it now, but when I encapsulate it, you're going to see it. Hey, you guys have any questions at all? So if you want it a little tighter, come right here and wipe some off. Um, my top coats, I also like, I've been liking this one here a lot. It's a UV LED non-cleanse gel, and it's also by Elegant Glass. And I also like a product called Shine On. It's from Canada. I believe it's from Accents. That's probably the only thing I use from Accents. They have pretty colors and gel polish and stuff, but not all of them are my favorite. I like the nude colors. They polish a little different. It's kind of like OBI. OBI, I love their like put it in neutral and baby take a bow. They're neutral colors, that their cream colors just don't really do it for me. So those are my two favorite other ones. And of course I like manicure top. So you have your stain resistant, you have a non-tack, and I've wore this color. You guys have seen me put it on myself when I did my nails. It didn't stain. It doesn't say it's a non stain resistant, but my hair isn't as dark as it used to be. But I did wear a pair of dark jeans, and I do work in color all the time, and I did not stain. So, and this is very inexpensive too. gaudy top coat has a cool top coat. I like his thinner one. He has a thick one as well. The thick one, what I think's cool about it is you don't have to do two coats over your glitter press because it's kind of thickening up as if it's two coats. So, yeah, those are my favorite top coats right now. So I think I have enough on here. Hold on. I want to wipe off a little glitter here because I want to see the negative space. I love this. This is pretty. So I ended up using not all the colors, but it looks like I even used more colors than I did by custom mixing colors. So let's go ahead and I'll save this because I might use the colors from here. I'm going to put it to the side. Never clean your palette off till you're completely done filing, but get it out of the way to where you don't get dust in it. And don't put it by light. You'll be fine. Don't put it by light. Our studio at our house is faces the mountains and the sun sets west. It's beautiful, but we left the windows open one day after we did a live and every single brush and all my palettes were all frozen on there. So it was kind of a bummer deal, but note to self, the sun does move. If you're by a window, don't leave your stuff out. Gel is a pure polymer and acetone will not take it off. We all know this, right? Let me get my other earbud on right now. Okay, can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can because I had one earbud in okay, cool. Because I was using one earbud today for some reason. Sometimes I do that. Okay, so now what am I going to get next, you guys? What's my favorite? And people keep asking me why I use it, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to use Build Pink. Let's see, let me find it over here. I'm gonna use it in the tube if I brought it in the tube because I know my other one's getting empty. Yes, I'll leave this here. So a lot of times this looks like, let's show you sideways. Oh, let me add the color there. Ooh, good thing I did that. But I could have done it at the end too, to tell you the truth. But let's just add it real quick. I don't care what color it is, just put it right there. Okay. Am I off screen? No, I think I'm golden. I went off screen. I just noticed. Sorry, guys. My thing changed, so let me see where the middle is again. I think it's right here. This one I did pretty good. Okay, perfect. I'll leave it there. It's really in a good spot for me as well, so I'm happy. So let's just flash that really quick. So let me show you from the sides. See how they're like high-low? Kind of looks like I'm practicing on her. I tell my clients that all the time. I'm like, don't worry, trust the process. It looks like I'm practicing on you, but I'm not. This is just the process. And I think that's why a lot of people turn away from these because they're like used to the process being pretty and they're like, I can't do this. This is just not clean enough for me. Hold on, I'm going to get another color right here. A little bit of blue. I want purple there. Purpley pink mixed with the blue. That's probably going to file out, but it's my little OCD-ness. I have to have it like looking decent before I encapsulate it in all the spots. Okay. So now remember when you have a high-low, your gel's not gonna flow completely evenly. So let it self-level a sec and then start encapsulating it. And you'll find the high parts you don't put as much on. And you'll probably go in with a second. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I love these colors. Makes me happy. Okay, I'll just come and put it up in the middle. So see how I'm lightly touching it, and you could see my brush pivot. So when you see my brush go like this, I'm rolling it in my hands. Okay, I'm gonna cure her around the perimeter. So she'll quit moving a little. Usually I have my client go under or like flash cure it with the light. But when I'm working on Sally, I'll do this, or if it's somebody I don't trust, I'll do that. Sometimes clients just can't follow the rules, but they want their nails perfect. Sometimes I don't follow my own rules when I do my own either. Oh, I could see the colors coming out in here. I could see the pink from Sugar Lips. Wow, that's such a pretty color. And I have never seen that from any other company. So I'm like, we will find this and it'll be here to stay. It's going to be fun. If I like something, I order a lot of it, especially a staple color. So I actually had six sugar lips. Gone through two already. Um, I don't know where my little thing is. I just used it, but I don't see it. Do you see I guess my little stick? I mean, not my metal orange wood stick. I don't know what I did with it. I was using it, but I don't know what the heck. Ah, I'm gonna cry. Let me get this. Okay, this isn't what I normally would use. It's one of my pedicure tools, but I need something. It fell. Not a big deal. That's me today. Not a big deal, but see, you could use anything. You could even use an orange wood stick. Sure. Okay, I just did your question right now. How do you stop it from flooding the sidewalls? There's two ways, but you saw how I use a tool or something to clean it. I see it now. It's hiding behind my brush. So you see a lot of times when I work, I'll have one of these tools, and I have one from Gemini Cosmetics that works very well. It actually has a bigger spatula. I used it on my last live. So I will come right here and make sure I can control the flow. Okay, like this. Another thing is the positioning of your brush is most important. So when you watch me work, you see me come here and you also see me have my product towards it and come down with it. I always have one part of my brush clean, like always one part clean. So let's say the shiny part is where I have all my product. You see me pivot, 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 pivot. Let me scoot over a little because I saw it wasn't centered. So when I come here, I'm not just going like this. Oh, now I really went off. Geez, that's like a fine line. Okay, so when you come right here, I start like this, but with my fingers, I pivot my brush. See my fingers? So I start here and I kind of pivot. So I'm contouring around her nail. See, I'm contouring, contouring. If I'm going like this and not doing that slight movement here, it's going to keep rolling. And that's what you don't really see me do. So that's a great question. It's all in the movement of your brush. If you do gel and you keep going like this, just on the side, because it is sideways, guess what? Let me show you this way. See the brush just keep going? You're not stopping the movement by putting your brush here. Stopping the movement by putting your brush here, stopping the movement by putting it here and keep going. You're changing the flow and direction of it. If you keep going without that little pivot and that slight movement, that's the secret. And actually, not really a secret, but the key to gel, because I'm telling you it, it's not really a secret. It's the key to gel. So it's really all the movement in your brushes. So I'll make sure and break that down for you. There's some videos I go really slow with it, like my shaping videos. Go back and watch them. I show you exactly movements because I took the time for application and detailed shaping. They're great videos. Even from the side, I show you how when most people do good here, when they get here, they start going in on it. Looks like I did that here. I didn't. I just had high gel and no gel. Remember? So that's actually what would happen normally if I didn't actually like put that in and I did like this and start pivoting and carving it out is what happens. So that video was like 4, 5, 6 lives ago. So it's just do the short, the square versus uh almond, right? Is that what it was? Or oval? That's a great class. You need to take it. It's not very long either. It's on my YouTube on the lives. I made a good matcha right now. So second time around, I'm gonna come in again. I always have plenty here. Everybody's gonna have something different. I'm not centered. I just saw it. I fixed it. And I'm gonna make sure you guys, I don't know what happened to the YouTube. This has happened a couple times. So this is my center. So what I'm going to do is I always have the way I apply more there, but I'm gonna put it right here. Let's fill this in. I only put it on sideways so you could see. I wouldn't do that on my client. I would just put it on the top. But you could see how it all filled in. Okay, let's flash her. Did that help you guys explaining the movement of my brush? I hope it helped because your life is about to change once you do that. So how do I pivot it? Right here, if you look at my hands, like if I'm by my fingernail here and like if I'm going to pivot around mine, I want you to see the movement of my hand. That's why I'm putting it here. Like I go like this, and my fingers are moving it. So pay attention to my fingers, and then pay attention to my brush. Okay, let me come out a little more here. Sorry guys. So come in here. So see my movement. So even if I come up like this, I'm going to contour, bring it up, contour, bring it up, contour, bring it up. Okay, add more to this here. How crazy I got these colors out of the colors I pulled out, right? It's just color mixing and the color wheel. Like I said, you guys don't think too hard about it. Pull out Siri or whatever phone you have. I don't know, our refrigerator's Alexa, I think. So I think it's a Samsung. So everybody has something to talk to and ask. I know. And sometimes she's listening. I didn't quite hear that. I'm like, because I wasn't talking to you. But could you get my groceries delivered? Just kidding. She could if I asked her. Okay, let's flash cure this. I'm in love with this so much. I can't wait to finish them. Okay, just a tad right here, a tad, and I'm done. Now here, I don't contour anything because am I messing up, babe? I'm going in the okay. Okay, thank you. He's when it does this, our YouTube does this, I need help. So thank you so much. I just want to make sure I don't get off screen because you guys like, "Ah, help." I'm like, I don't blame you. I'd be the same way. Okay, so now I'm going to cure this for 1 full minute. 60 seconds. Let's put it on there. Let me shut my Build Pink. So if you guys are wondering why I always use Build Pink, somebody asked me this. Like, why do you always use Build Pink and not clear? I'm a color person. I always have been, and I know pink eliminates any yellow. And if you put a light pink, like clear over my like back in the days when I'd polish my own nails. Do you guys remember the top coat that had pink in it? It had pink in it, like Build Pink, because it would make your color pop or eliminate any other color in it. It would just help it stay true to its color. And sometimes when you do dimensional nails and you're using clear build, they have a yellow tinge. But if you're using young nails, the yellow tinge will not stay there. It'll bleach out because they have bleaching agents in their gel. That's another reason why I love Young Nell's gel. So it helps it not turn yellow, but Build Pink could have a little yellow tinge if you're doing like whites and glass nails. If they're going under too much, it doesn't mess up the integrity of the nail. What it does is it just adds a little yellow, and that's because of the light, but the bleaching agents will take it out. So Build Pink eliminates it all the way, or if not, it bleaches out even faster. But believe it or not, regular build synergy gel will bleach out all the way as well. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you see a yellow tint, the only thing that sucks when it happens is I don't get the picture of their nails when they leave because they look too golden and I didn't want that color in there. So I'm always asking them to send me pictures and I really don't get them. So my bad. But when they come back, you see a lot of pictures of grown out nails because they look good. Okay. So let me wipe this off with swipe. I need to refill my little swipe bottle. Okie dokie. And then now I am going to file these. So usually I get my hand file out and show you. I'll do one, but the other one I won't do. Okay, I'll just file her. It is harder on Sally, but you could come right here and hold it. And all you're doing is making sure her sidewalls are clean. It is kind of hard not to do it right here on Sally because so I'll go ahead and do her. But when you see me work on a real person, I usually don't do this. Because our skin pulls back and I could see where it stops and starts, so I could file easier on me, if that makes sense. Okay. So now I'm going to go into my, you wipe this off, into my e-file with my dust extractor. This dust extractor is a little more powerful, so I'm going to use this one. And now let me just find my sweet spot where I'm in the middle. Now I know when you guys watch my lives later, it seems like I'm way on top. That's just so while we're live, it's not in the words and you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to go into my X cut. You're more than welcome to use either or, a safety or an X. Same bit. This is just rounded. I prefer X because I could get it in wherever I want it. Like it's sharp on the corner, on the sides, and I could bring it up even like this close to my nail. And if it touches your skin right there, let me see if you could see on here. Yeah, so if I come right here, all of that isn't going to hurt. Okay. It's only if I come in like this, it could cut her with pressure. Okay, let's turn this on. Go downward. And let me see if she's centered. That might be too far. Okay, right here. Okay, that's my marking point right here. I'm going to try to stay right here. So first what I'm going to do, let me bring her straight so I could bring in her thickness. Tell me if I need to move that there. So I anchor her finger down so I could see it. I can't do it like this because I can't see it if I show you that way. So I'm going to come right here, then move it over more, like right there. Hold on just a sec. All three are different. I bet you're all there for different too. Okay, right here. I'm safe here. Okay, I got it. I'm going to try to stay in this position and move my body instead of my hand as much or her hand as much. So I always come in and narrow them with this. You take your sharp edges off, you'll do it with confidence. You'll start learning your clearance too, because a lot of people are afraid they're going to come in right here on her. When you work on yourself and you do nails for a while, even just straight for a couple months doing nails, you get used to your clearance of where you can file and where you shouldn't. Okay, so let's come right here. Now I'm going to do hand over and I'm going to go around the cuticle area. Now, if you look from the top, it looks like I'm carving in her nail, but if you look here, see how I'm sitting it on the nail right here? And I'm actually parallel to her product. Okay, so know that when you see me filing, I'm parallel to her product, tightening around her cuticle area. I'm putting a very slight pressure, very, very slight pressure, very slight pressure. And what I'm doing is creating my arch right here, okay? So it kind of shows me where I need to file from here, okay? So what I'm going to do, this is your part of your eye formation. So you're going to file right here down the letter I. So notice how I never come behind where you can't see it. I'm always on top of my nail. You could follow through. That's not a problem. You just have to be able to see your bit. Now I'm going to go to zone 3 and I'm putting slight pressure here. It's not going to burn her. It's not on top of her nail. And then on her actual nail bed. So free edge, she's not going to feel a heat. I'm going back and forth from zone 3 to 2 to start creating this arch. Okay, so let's check this out. I kind of went off a little. I caught myself. And then okay, see how it's starting to look a little better here? Okay, I need to tighten it a little bit here, a little bit more here. Now I'm not putting any pressure, you guys. Once you get close to where you want to be, we're just as pretty here. Okay, so now I'm going to start feathering it up a tad bit. See how I feathered her up? Just a tad bit. This is getting ready for my velvet. Come up a little, come up straight. Okay, that looks really cool. So now I'm going to go down the barrel of the nail. So I'm going to come, let me make sure I'm even with this. Get a little focus. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at. See how it looks a lot thicker here? Need to wait for the view to come in. So what I'm going to do is bring in zone 3 to 2 and 1 to 2 to bring in all this thickness. Right here is kind of where I want it, but you could see right here, I'm still going to thin this out a tad bit. See the thickness? Okay, this is where I want it right now. So this is all depending on the length of how long and how long you're going to file for each length. Filing long nails is going to take you a tad bit longer, just a tad bit longer. Tad more product, tad bit longer, tad bit more expensive. That's just how it rolls. Okay, now this is starting. See how I come all the way through and follow through? Follow through, follow through, follow through. And this is starting to thin everything out. So I'll show you where I'm at right now. Hold on one sec. I'm gonna move my finger off the top. Okay, see how it's getting more tight? Let me hide this little hole here. It'll look more realistic. So you could kind of see how it's coming in. It's still a little bulky, but what I'm going to do is look at it right here. And I'm going to tighten it up right on zone 1 and 2. Zone 1 and 2. And then my sidewall, I'm going to bring a little straighter and a little straighter. Okay, so now I'm going to come back to zone 1. Now for the velvet shape, this has too much, I'm going to get in the middle, too much of an arch shape. Okay, it's like kind of more extreme almond. So what I'm going to do is come in right here and I'm going to start ramping this down a little, just like gradually through here. It's already coming in. So I'm going to thin it out a little more here and a little more here. So you still have your apex, but it comes and then kind of ramps down slightly. See how it's tapering in? Make it move it. See, it's a little more sleek and a little more thinner looking. So this is going to leave me some thick spots again. So I'm going to come here and I'm going really slow to break it down. And when you look down the barrel, you'll see where it's wide. So a lot of you that have been struggling with your shape, sometimes you have to go back to the eye formation a couple times to get it the shape and the tightness you want. That doesn't mean you don't know what you're doing. It's just you're shaping it. You don't want to just guesstimate and take too much off. I'd rather not take enough off and go back and fine tune it perfectly and not have to add anywhere with product. Okay, so don't beat yourself up if you're doing that. I do it too. That's how you get your shaping right. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I look at client profile, and this is something you don't see very many nail techs do, but I use my e-file for almost everything. So I'm bringing it in. Hold on, I probably went out of view. Let me come down right here. Sorry, guys, I'll do it again. Okay, see that? All right, let me kind of come right here. Her hand always shapes to my, is always pointing at my right side because I'm right-handed and I work on my clients with their hands sideways and their elbows out like this. So when you see Sally's hand coming from the side, that's how I work on people. And if you come train with me, that's what I would show you. That's how I'm able to work in a timely manner and my body not hurt when I'm done. Okay, so let's come in here and I'm bring it in a little tighter. Okay, I kind of like how this looks right here. So I'm going to come here and I will finish it. I went a little more in here so I make it even. Now the other one I'm going to work a little faster. Okay, so I just wanted to go a little slower to break it down a little, make sure my sides are clean. I just wanted to go a little slower so I get it in really tight. So let's do this one now. A little bit more here. So now let's just go for it. But let me dust everything off so you could have a cleaner view. Now, why are my hands so dusty? It's funny the comments I get sometimes. Why are her hands are so dusty? Well, of course, I'm using a dust extractor and it's sucking downward so it doesn't come to our face. Although it clouds the view though, right? So take the time so I could dust it and show you. Okay, so here I go. Bringing in my sidewalls, bringing in my sidewalls. And I have my neighbor to refer to, remember? So I'm going to look at them together and see kind of like, okay, well, this is a lot more bulkier. So I'll have more confidence on my second one filing it than I did on my first because make sure this is straight right here. My view is kind of clouded. Okay. I'll have more confidence on how much to take off here. Slight pressure right here because I knew there was a lot. because I have my neighbor to refer to. So my first one, I always go a little slower on. Okay, so now let me get in the position and I'm going to go around her cuticle area. Let me just make sure I'm in the middle of the screen. Perfect. Baby circles around that cuticle, riding parallel. Balancing it down, slight pressure, but not keeping her in the same spot. Slight pressure, but not keeping it in the same spot. Let me bring my bit out a tad bit, just a little bit more. There we go. That's going to leave me clearance. Okay, now check this out compared to this one. Okay, so I know I could be a little more aggressive here, meaning putting a little more pressure at your free edge, bring it down faster. That doesn't mean I grab her really hard. I just balance my thumb and my pinky, and that allows me, even without holding it, to put the proper pressure. But I'm just guiding it with my two fingers. Okay. It's all balance. Doing nails is all balance. Okay, this one I'm going to bring it down a little more because I know I need to ramp it down a little more like this one. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Now I'm going to look down the barrel and blend everything in. This side's a lot. Oh, I went off screen. Hold on. Let me catch up. Sorry, guys. Okay. Another reason why I go off screen is I move my client, not myself. And it's very unnatural for me to do a live because I have a very narrow part to film in. That's okay though. I actually like watching the live videos on vertical view because it just hones in exactly what you want to see and where you want to look at. So this is no pressure. I'm just bringing it in and letting the bit do the work for me. It's going 12,000 RPM, so I really don't have to do much, but guide it where I want. Now let's compare her. Okay, she's a little thicker still. Let's come in. So let's come right here a tad bit more. And your mind will play tricks on you when you have dimensional nails too, because the high-low parts, it's hard to kind of tell sometimes of what's thicker and what's not. Just focus on the spot and you'll see it. Okay, I think that's been enough. So now I need to bring it in a little here, but I don't want to do too much this way because I can make it crooked very easily. Let me kind of spin this out. Okay, let me see, let me move my chair over because I'm slowly going that way. That I won't be. You guys gonna have Eric's gonna have to do a blooper thing of me live of my body and stuff looking back here. You guys will crack up. You're like, wow, she's flexible. Okay, so now I'm gonna flip it client profile. And you could see the fine tuning I need to do. These colors make me so happy. Well, I didn't end up putting green, so if you wanted green, you might get pitched. But most people, I have clients, most of my clients that have done green did it last week. But classy green, like fashionable green. Although one of my clients just told me she wanted the nails I did on my live. My clients watch my lives. It's hilarious because you know how I have a clickable on our Instagram. They're like, they go watch it. But it's cool that they tell me that because then I know what I'm going to do on them more or less. But they may say, but maybe I want a little more orange or whatever color they're wanting to wear. Okay, these look good. I love them. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is change this back to my arbor grant. And this is an extra step I do when I do nails. I think a lot of people do it now. It's just something I've done because I want to save my hand as much as possible. I like to use my e-file for the majority of my shaping. And I like to fine tune my shaping with my 150 file. I'm going to put this on 9,000 RPM. So the number 9 on this file. Some hand files may have dials. It's probably closer to not straight up, but a little more down. So it just depends on what brand you're using. Okay. But there's a lot of great e-files out there. So now I'm going to just go over my cuticle area, and this is a 150 grit. So I don't always follow an eye formation. I had this question yesterday on Twitch, and sometimes I follow it if it's too thick still a little, and sometimes I don't. Right now, I'm really not following it. I'm just kind of getting my little space in good and taking off just a little. So what the purpose of this is fine tuning my shape. It's bringing in my size a little more, whereas my carbide would take too much out. And then I'll come here, and this is a velvet shape, so I'm going to come upward and come upward. See how thin I make my tips? And kind of put it right here so you can see. It looks thicker than it actually is. Let's put it right there. Really not that thick, and once I file it, I'll show you how thick it'll be. Okay, so that actually looks good. Now I'm gonna come here again, and I'll show you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm gonna come right here and bring it upward. Come right here and bring it upward. Right here, bring it upward. Taper up. Okay, so now let's fine tune these nails. Let me dust Sally off. Okay, my 150. So 150, my favorite file, I have to say, is Young Nails, probably the most expensive ones you'll buy, but they don't buckle and they file so beautifully. They're the best. You need one of those, and these are my three favorite files. This one, and a 180. And I like the 180 combo because if you have to buff on something and file, it's pretty nice. So these are my three I always have. I like the combo for this, the buffer. It's just my favorite for it. And these are the three I always have. This I'll use like more for acrylic, or if I really did a crazy nail and it kind of went a little lighter, like when it's hotter in the summer, I'll take this and bring in my sidewalls, and it's more of a grit than a 150. I think that's confusing too, because you would think 150 would be stronger than 100. Actually, files, the lower they are, the more aggressive they are, meaning that they're going to be a lot stronger. Okay, so I'm going to come in here and just go through all my points again. I already did this earlier, but as you file, you have to come in and you'll see how you could tighten it up even more. Follow through upward, follow through upward. So if I'm straight, see my tip of the nail. Let me get the right angle so you can see what I'm talking about. See the very, I can't get the right angle. Let's see. Can you see the tip? Yeah, there you go. See the tip pointing up a little? That's because I filed like this and went up with it. That's part of the velvet. But it's not too high here. It's still ergonomically right here. So it just softens it up. Now here's where I'm really going to thin out my tip. And I'll kind of show you it right here. Put her finger down. Let's see real quick. See how tight it is at my free edge? I'll move it up. Ah, it's kind of hiding it. Hold on. Let me go this way. You could see it kind of tighter there, but it does come up because of my shape. A tight, like slight upness. Okay, let's do this to this one. And we'll come up with it. And we'll come up with it. And file up till it's really thin at the tip. Blend everything in. Notice how I utilize my whole file. Oh, now I'm throwing it. I utilize my whole file when I'm filing. I don't just pick at it. I like drag it through with a purpose. So to make sure these look the same everywhere. Okay, client profile. Let's come in here. Let's fine tune this around the cuticle area. That's a really cool shape right there. Make sure I'm in the middle. Right here's a little higher, so bring it down a tad bit. I favor a side a tad bit here. So See how I hold her down? It's not just because I'm trying to hold Sally in. This braces your client's finger so it doesn't move and you're able to bring your shape in better. So every place you see I put my fingers is literally what I do to my clients. And see my finger here, how I'm bracing the free edge so I could thin it out through here. If I'm doing this, it's just kind of not very, like, doesn't have anything to brace underneath, and you're not going to get your shape fast. So if you have something to brace it, and you watch it come in like this, you could fine tune everything. Okay, I still favorite this side, so let me come here. And this is the part where your clients are like, wow, she could shape, because that's what's going to keep them coming back to your shape all consistent. And then there's people who will say, I've had my nails done my entire life, but I've never had this many compliments. It's the shape. It could be the color combos too, but really, even with the nude nail, underneath is so pretty with these. Wow. And they're all see-through. See that? So that's a huge compliment to me when they come back and tell me that. And a lot of times, I don't think people know they like them, but when you get compliments, it keeps them coming back for more because it makes them feel pretty. Just like if you have a bad hair job, you're like in a bad mood and you're just like not happy because your hair's not cut right or the color's not right. It's the small things that make us feel good. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I do this on everybody and I never skip this step. Okay, so if you don't have this little thing, it's so good. This is by Young Nails. It's the Square Cuticle Bit. There is, let's see, what's the other brand? Erica's carries one too. I used to use Erica's all the time. There is their e-files, their bits are really, really good, but I find that Young Nails stays sharper longer. But if they were out of these, then I wouldn't mind using Erica's. Okay, so that's just my opinion. So I pay attention to all that. I've done nails a very long time. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is put this to 6,000 RPMs, and I'm going to get close, but make sure I'm not out of screen. Okay, so hold on one sec. I'm just gonna wait a sec till my other phone catches up with what I'm doing. Okay, I went really close, but I want to be that close. Ah, okay, let me go out just a tad bit. Did I make you guys sick? Okay, hold on. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, sometimes I'll come here, like I'll show you on mine. Like sometimes I come right here and I get the dry skin off. Look at that. It's because I need to do my nails right now. And you come around, you could see, look how much dust is coming off. Oh, you guys couldn't even see. Sorry. I'll do it on another nail. I want to show you on my nails because my nails have, let me see, I'm waiting. There we go. Not really. Okay, so I'll like come right here. See the dry skin? Like right here. Okay, let me go back in that spot. When I come right here, this is fine tuning everything in. If you're liking this, I haven't said it the whole time, please press the like button. Show me some love. So that's what I'm doing here, okay? I'm coming in right here and look at the cuticle area. Let me make sure. Okay, yeah, good. I'm coming in writing parallel. May look like I'm going up on it, but it's parallel on her nail. And I just make sure that that's clean. Now, how many of you guys, some of you have heard me say this before, you think you filed everything great, you don't see anything to the eye, and you're going in with gel polish, and it's kind of dragging to one. You keep wiping it, and then you go back and it does it again. If you do this step with this square bit, I promise you, you will not struggle with that. And you're going to have a flawless cuticle polish area. And I've actually got clients from that. My lash artist, she was booked with clients, but it's her salon, and she saw me liking things. And then when I called, she answered the phone, and I told her who I was and that I was new to the area and I wanted like a master stylist. And she's like, I'm the owner, I'll take you. And I'm like, the owner could get me in. Hold on, I'm bringing in a tad more right here. The owner could get me in. But then when I was in her chair, she said, I took you because I loved your cuticle work and your shape of your nails, and I was wondering if you could take me on as a client. So I was like, sure. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and clean these up, and I use swipe right here, swipe, and I like to go underneath because they are clear. You could see the colors coming in a little bit. They're so pretty. Okay, let me get rid of this. So we go live in almost 1 hour on our Twitch, on our podcast. So you guys be sure and join us. Those of you far away, I get it. You might fall asleep. Fall asleep after the first raffle. Get in. Giveaway. Okay, so protein bond the entire nail. And you don't have to do that, but trust me, every step I do makes a huge difference. So I think what I'll do here, I hope I have a little bit of that dark purple mix still. I can mix it right here. So I will get my pinks and my blues and mix them to make a purple of what I have left. There we go. So I just see what I just did right here as I move all these in and I'm mixing all the colors. If I need a little bit more, I'll grab it from here. Okay, I have a cool purple. So what I'll do is I'll just add a little pink in case I need it with a little blue. And I added Laundry Day for this. Hold on, I think I added too much pink, so I'm going to put Laundry Day there. Wipe this off, come a little here, add a little bit as I go. Okay, I like that color there. That'll be perfect. So there's two different colors. See those two? So around the cuticle area is what I'm focusing on now. So I'm going to bring this down a little and put my nail right here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I'll try to get the color right there. Okay, before I do this, I'm going to get my manicure top coat, which is my favorite. You could use whatever soft gel with a sticky coat, sticky layer you have. If you do it without it, what happens is it kind of draws to the the ridges and it doesn't look smooth. So I always do this extra step. I think this is my more empty one. It is. Let me just get rid of this one. I probably have two in here knowing me. I do. So a manicure top. Okay, let's go on this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put her under for, or I'll flash set her. Because then when I put her under at the end, I'll get my next gel I'm going to use for my chrome. And like I said, I'm not going to chrome the entire nail. I'm going to accent it on top. So really all I'm doing is curing it a little for that dispersion layer to kind of not run anywhere and get tacky. That is enough, okay? So let me put this here so you can see what I'm doing and then get one of my brushes. Yeah, I have them all in here, but you know, I have a lot of stuff in here. Okay. So now I'm going to come in and I'm going to get this pinky purple here. And I'm going to move this out of my way. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm just drawing from here because it's in my way. I need to move it and you'll probably get a better view. So I'm getting the pinkier one and I'm going to come in right here. It's like the pinky purple. And I'm just going to fine tune this. Let's come in right here, fine tune it, fine tune it, fine tune it. Let's make sure you don't need it on the sides. This looks really cool. Let's go into the little bit of blue. See the blue on here? I'm going to come in right here, keep the blue going, and mix a little bit of the pink with it so it kind of blends in. And I'm just being picky. You know me. I like it to look a certain way. Okay, let's come right here. Wash it so it doesn't move. Okay, let's do the next one. Let's do a little bit of the pink here. Pinky purple. And you're always gonna have to come in around here with dimensional nails. And when I do it with polish too. I'll come in and tighten it up a little more. You guys have seen me polish full color. I use my thing a lot, especially if it's a thicker color and I could get away with one coat. It's perfect. Come in right here, a little bit more purple. Okay, I want a little bit of pink here. There we go. Let me go a little bit more up. Okay, I like that. Very pretty. So what I'm going to do now, let me go a little closer. There we go. Let me clean this. It's exactly what I do on a client. And Sally's one lucky chick. She's always getting nails done. Put this to the side. Okay, if I wasn't going to do an extra step, I would be done and I'll show you what it looks like, but I want to do the other stuff because it's going to give a different dimension. So you could go in from your top coat of choice here and I'll show you what it'll look like. Now, of course, this is going to cost my client a little more, so they would look just like this, which I think is beautiful just how they are. Hold on, that let me go a little more here. I don't know why I can't get centered here. Okay, there we go. Let me go up now. Jesus. Okay, anyways, that's what they'll look like. I'll get a better shot of them. Let me make a mark of the middle right now. Let me just leave this here. Okay, get a pen, babe. Put a mark right here for me. Or I'll just put color there. Uh, right here. Because I need to stay right there. Okay, so but I'm going to add chrome. So I am going to, yeah, let's come down just a tad bit. I'm going to swipe these. Hold on, I'm really putting it in the middle of where I need it. Okay, that's good enough. I'm going to use swipe. It doesn't matter that I use manicure top because I'm doing an extra step, okay? So what I'm going to do with this is get my 180 buffer. I'm going to make sure my sides are clear. I'm going to buff on all of it, the entire nail. Okay, and use a new 180 because you don't want it too smooth, but I'm going to show you how you avoid. I didn't cure that spot too well. Dang it. It's okay. But it's because I pin cured it. I should have put her under, but it was Sally. That's okay. What if that happens to your client? Guess what position you're in? You're going to have to fix it just like I'm going to. See how that wasn't cured all the way? No big deal. What I'm going to do is come in with protein bond, and it's a little smoother than a 150, so I could get away with this right here. See that? This is reality, guys. This is what happens in salon. We're like, whatever, it looks fine. But this is why your clients come back to you. You're super ultra picky with your work, and you really, really want them to leave looking fabulous. Hey, Love Queen, thank you. I love you, Love Queen. Thanks for the $5 tip. I love it. Thank you. I could buy a glitter with it for sure, or a coffee to keep me going. You're the best. Thank you for showing your love. That means a lot to me. Make sure you join us on our live if you can is that 6 babe now? 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And hopefully you win something. Thank you. 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time giveaway. Yeah, and on Saturday, my next YouTube live is 10:30 a.m. Saturday, right after a client. So what I'm going to do now that I cured that, well, let's make sure I cured it good. Let's do like 15 more seconds. I'm not trusting myself because I'm all talking everywhere. 3, 4. Yes, on Twitch. Put the link on Twitch, babe. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to swipe that really quick because I cured it long enough. It stayed. So now I need to make sure I buff that. Okay, so I buffed all of them with a 180, okay? So I'm gonna take my 150, and I don't want, because I always say don't buff the top of your nails, it's too slick for your gel polish to stick on. It's not if you use a 180 and then you come in and lightly go over your sides and don't file hard. Just put your grooves in there of your 150, okay? Just put your grooves in for your 150. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to swipe the entire nail, and I am going to, I don't need this anymore. So let's wipe this off. I'm just gonna wipe off a spot. Hold on, get a little bit more. Oh, what I was saying, I never finished. There was somebody who said, "Oh my gosh, your tile looks exactly like one my grandma had and she used to put a plan on." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that's exactly what my grandma did. That's how I got this tile." But okay, so now what I'm going to do is, hold on 1 minute. I am going to open my, I'm going to use this UV LED, UV LED. I had it not in screen by Light Elegance. Hold on, let me open it a little better. Let's come in and put some right here. Hold on. Okay, so shut this. Okay, so I just put a little bit out. I'm going to use that for, and put this to the side in case I need to add. I should add one more just in case. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is take my longer striping brush. Let me make sure it's clean because I used it for my jelly colors. Wipe it off. Okay, so I'm going to put this to the side. Hold on, let me clean it a little more. So I usually put my fingernail down and just kind of do this so I get all the color out of the striper. Okay, and now I'm going to come in here and let me make sure this is going to be as tight as I want it. I don't think it's going to be. Let me cut off. Hold on, let's see. No, actually it will be. Okay, so I'm going to come in right here. And I'm just going to do some little draws of some little bit of chrome. I'm going to come up over it. And let's come up right here. And I'm just strictly using my imagination right now. This one I'll do a little thinner. Maybe I might come out through the side here. I want this a little bit down more. Let me come right here. Let's bring it down a tad bit more. Oh, I like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get my light for 30 seconds. Okay, let's press 30 seconds. So you got to remember, if I'm doing a full set with this, I just did her nail and I'm working on her other one while she's under the light. Okay, so you're not just sitting there. Okay, so let's do the 30 seconds. It's at 22 right now. While she's doing that, I'm going to get my little beauty blender and I have my two colors. Let me tell you what colors I have here. And these are from LeChat from Light Elegance. So they're the Mirano chrome. There's Pegasus and Suncatcher I'm going to use. So I'm going to use like a golden and like a fire one. I did have a blue one. I was looking for that, but I believe I have it at the salon. I only have one set of these. So after 30 seconds, I'm going to come in. I'm going to open these. Oh, is that my white one? No, that has gold. This is Pegasus. And it's gonna have a gold glow. See how it looks white here? But you could see on the cap, it'll have a gold, and this is gonna have more of a fire glow. I actually really like this color a lot. But I'm not gonna copy them both. What I'm gonna do is come in with one, and do that on these two, and then come in with the other color in the middle. Oh, it's gonna be pretty. I already love it. Okay, so remember on Sally, everything sticks to her not her skin, it's her rubber. So don't worry. On a person, this would come off easy, but no problem. That's a great question. You don't have to use matte gel if you don't want to. It's completely up to you. How thick is your nail? Like if it's too thick, why are you going to add more layers of everything? I like to buff it. I like to do a buff better than a matte, but I have done matte too for different designs. If I'm going to keep the matte look underneath, I will use matte because sometimes you could see the scratches of the buff. So for different designs, you do different things. So both are correct. It's completely up to you. So let's move this over. Now I'm going to come in with this again. And I'm going to do like a really, really long one here. Come a little further down. This one, I'm going to come in through the side a little and come in this way. Kind of go off the side with it. Why not? And bring it kind of up. Mm, maybe I might do four on this one. Let's come here. That looks cool. Let's connect them. That looks kind of cool. I'm going to do four and three. Let's come right here. I'm going to feather this off. And this one I'll bring further down. I just wouldn't copy all of them, what I was doing on each one. I would change it up a little. Okay, 30 seconds. But that was a great question. You don't have to put matte. That you know what? That is so accurate too. You could use it if you want to. In this case, I like to buff because I don't want my nail really any thicker than what it was. And I'm actually going to top coat the entire nail. I'm not going to leave a matte and a shiny. So let's say if I was going to leave a shiny on this and a matte on the bottom. I would put my top coat, go over with my top coat, my non-tack again, and I would take my brush and put the top coat perfectly on top. So it's protecting your chrome. So you could have your matte on the bottom and your chrome on shiny on top. That makes sense? I wonder how they get all these designs in. Shoot, I hope that that was really 30 seconds. I didn't pay attention if it stayed on. This is the life of an of a nail tech. I might have messed up. We'll see. Maybe not. Let's do this one, the fire one. This one, the fire one. Okay, let's go into the gold. Gold. Oh, I love this. Gold, gold, fire, fire. Okay, let's see what I did. I'm dropping it. Ah, yeah, that's so cute. I love it. I love it a lot. Very cute. And it doesn't compete with the colors, it just complements the colors. So I'm gonna shut these because I don't trust myself. I never leave my Chrome open. As it is, Chrome is pretty messy on its own. So see how my it gets on my hands here? Okay, I am going to let me get one of these. I'm gonna put swipe on here. I'm gonna use my nail and just wipe this so you guys could see it better. On a person, it wipes off easy, like really easy. but I want to see exactly where I have everything. See how that looks a lot better? Make sure this is off. Also, you could use this swipe on the lower part of here. Just make sure you're not swiping on top of your chrome and you'll be golden. Let me put my fingernail in there and it makes it a little more easier. Okay, I'll wipe some of this off. If there's any. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with the top coat of choice. Oh no, I'll stick with the same top coat. Why not? Let's come in. Wow, that looks really cool. It just has that fire illusion in the background and it will catch the light when they're talking to people and moving. And it looks different at night when it's darker than when it's bright outside. Okay, see that? I actually did it on my client on black nails and it looked wicked, like really wicked. It looked very cool. And I used some different colors, but same concept. Okay. So see how you could see it sometimes and you can't others? You move it. Okay, let's come in here. And this will self-level nicely over it. Let's do, I like 90 seconds for this one, but I can look at the chat and see what you guys are saying. Thank you guys so much. It was fun. Yeah, that flaky, the what was it? It was shave ice base. These like do look like fire on there. Such pretty colors, right? So who would have known with these three colors here? I made all those colors. Let me come all into, and they're different brands I mixed, but I knew I could mix them because they all had a tacky layer, cure with a tacky layer. Okay, so this will be in the description for you guys. Some of you may have some of these colors because I've used some of them in some designs. Actually, if you haven't seen our Las Vegas series, those of you who are new on here, the art district one, I use some of these. I love that video. It's cool nails, man. It's cool even with not doing stuff on top too. Very, very cool designs. So I'm cleaning everything up while we're waiting for this 90 seconds. Do you guys have any questions at all? So yes, I used all those colors and I mixed them together to create colors. So, red and blue make purple. So pink and blue are going to make lavender, right? Um, the brighter pink made it a little more brighter jelly, and this one it's a milk base, so it's blueberry, so it has a white in the blue a little. So when it's a milk base, it's not totally see-through, but has that lighter color with kind of a jelly look. Whereas this one's a complete jelly, like complete jelly jelly. See how it's totally complete jelly? So pretty. And actually, if you look right there, I don't know if you could see it in the camera. Let me go up a little. See that pink color right here? It's not that bright. It's more pink pink. And this looks like it's orangey, but it's really not. It's just like neon bright pink once you put it on. And these aren't expensive. These are limited edition, you guys. Don't wait. I'm telling you, because I was going to give away some of these, but they're limited edition and they're flying off the shelf because I've been teaching with them. So you have to get these colors. I have a bunch of colors. So whatever they have in, this one is the Sugar Glass collection by Light Elegance. So go under, and there'll be clickable links. This is sea salty taffy, blue raspberry bomb. This one's watermelon melt. I have so many of them. Also, what's limited edition are these. I have to show you these. So limited edition. If you don't have these, I honestly just ordered the rest of the colors because I have to have this collection. So that's the exact color on top. See all the different colors? What's cool about this, let me show you something. I'll do the pink one on my nail. I'm just going to show you really quick. Really quick. I'm gonna polish my nail really quick. This color is gorgeous by itself. Oh my God, my cuticles are a hot mess, but that's okay. I'm gonna fix them. But this is one coat. What the heck? Look at this one coat, you guys. So beautiful. And then check this out. It's magnetic. You can move it however you want. Oh, the bling. Let me take the bling off. So it's totally magnetic in different ways. See how it changes? However you want to use it, but I really like it when you do it this way too. I like the underneath color too, and I like the color just like this. What a beautiful collection, right? Hold on. Make sure I'm center. Come in right here and just amplify it and have that cool color on the side. I love this look. It's just simple but so pretty. And see how you could see the darker around it, but it just amplifies everywhere. So pretty. Yeah, so I mean, I'm not trying to get all crazy with it. I just want to show you what it does. This collection is called, hold on 1 minute. It is called, what's the name of this one? It actually doesn't have a name. This one is, hi, Stony Begoni. You guys want to see? So let me see his hand. Just kidding. My dog's paw. He's a boy. He's like, I don't want that polish on me. Okay, so now let's finish this. I just wanted to show you guys some stuff. So this is actually called New Romance, what I put on, Mermaid Vibes. I don't know what the name of this collection is, so just look up New Romance, write that down, you guys, or Mermaid Vibes. I've used them in other ones, and then look in those collections of colors they have, okay? So those are limited editions. Get them when you can, where you can. This is a non-tack, so I'm gonna come in right here and make sure my sides are really clean. And let's check out her nail. Can you unhook her a little? Let's see. I want to try to get those vibes in so you could see them. Okay, no, it's okay. I think I got it. This doesn't do justice though. It really doesn't. There you go. Thank you for taking it off for me. Why does it not do justice? It makes me crazy. Had him take my hand off so I could move this. Oh yeah, lower the lights and you could kind of see the glow. Yeah, there we go. I just have to move it downward. Hold on. There we go. See the fire now right there? Why can't I stay in one spot? This is ridiculous. Once I find that spot, because on Eric's phone's a little different than that. There we go. Okay, so let me get that fire in there so you could see it that way, this way. Anyway, you just have to do it and check it out yourself. It's super pretty. I think it's cool. I hope you enjoyed this live. It was really fun for me to share it with you and freestyle with you guys. It was pretty without it, but it's really cool with it. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys on our podcast. And thank you so much for the donations that you gave me. You guys are the best. Love you, and I will see you Saturday. See how you could see through them a little too, though? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Thank you guys. How many of you guys are gonna go on our live? Let's see. See you later on Twitch. Got you guys. You guys are so welcome. You're so, so welcome. And I will see you soon. Ciao, guys. Ciao, ciao. I'm gonna hold this still so you could get a picture of it. I'll end the live in just a second. It doesn't really do justice with it, but you can get another picture. Okay, ciao.